Dune Imperium Uprising is a worker placement, deck building, and resource management game released in 2023 and designed by Paul Denon with art by various folks. The goal is to leave the greatest legacy defined in victory points across the Imperium. Whoever controls the spice controls the universe. To set up, place the main board in the middle of the table with the shield wall and 4 alliance tokens in their marked spaces. Create the conflict deck using 3 level 3, 5 level 2, and 1 level 1 conflict cards, placing that deck on the board. Shuffle the intrigue and Imperium decks and place them next to the board. Deal 5 cards from the Imperium deck to form the market row. Place the prepare the way and the spice must flow cards and face up stacks nearby. Each player takes a leader card, random or chosen, and places it in front of them along with a water resource and a shuffled 10-card starter deck. They then choose an available color and take the corresponding 3 agents, 2 score discs, combat marker, 16 cubes, 3 spies, and 3 control markers. 1 agent is placed near the swordmaster space on the board, 1 of the discs is placed at the start of the score track, 1 cube is placed at the start of each of the 4 influence tracks, and 3 cubes are placed in one of the garrison areas of the board. The remaining player components are kept near the player board. All resources, maker hooks, and sandworms are kept in reach of all players. The objective cards are dealt randomly to each player and then revealed. The player with the card showing the first player marker will take that marker and start the game. In Dune Imperium Uprising, players represent one of the many factions in Frank Herbert's fictional universe. Each is vying for dominance over Arrakis, the desert planet, and will do anything to control access to the spice melange. The game is played for up to 10 rounds, with players taking alternating turns to either place an agent or perform a reveal. At the start of the round, a new conflict card is revealed, and each player draws 5 cards from their own deck. Starting with the first player and going clockwise, each player will either take an agent turn or a reveal turn. For an agent turn, they will play a card from their hand showing 1 or more of the 8 different symbols for regions on the board, and then place one of their available agents at an unoccupied space in a region matching one of those shown symbols. The gray box in the card is also resolved, but the area below that is ignored for agent turns. Some spaces have minimum required influence with a faction and/or cost to be paid to place an agent there. Once the space is resolved, the next player takes their turn. The spaces will allow players to increase influence with the 4 factions, obtain resources of Solari, spice, and water, recruit troops to their garrison or the conflict, draw additional cards, and gain intrigue cards. Intrigue cards come in 3 types of: plot, played during your turn to make game-changing effects; combat, played during combat to turn the tide in your favor; and endgame, which can lead to surprise post-game victories. If a player chooses to or cannot place an agent, they will instead take a reveal turn and reveal, of course, all cards left in their hand, resolving the bottom section of each in any order. These will often provide persuasion, which is used to purchase cards from the market row, placing them in your discard pile, as well as swords, which add additional strength to your side of the conflict. Once all players have revealed, the combat phase begins, and each player's combat strength is weighed, measured, and, hopefully not, found wanting. Each troop in the conflict, not garrison, adds 2 strength, and the revealed swords add 1. Any sandworms a player has brought in, not available in all conflicts and only acquired with Maker Hook and the Trust of the Fremen faction, add 3 strength each and will double the rewards from the conflict. Rewards are obtained from the conflict card from highest to lowest strength and provide resources and, in later rounds, points. After the combat phase, spice is added to the maker spaces, agents are returned to their players, and the first player marker is passed clockwise. If any player has 10 or more points, or the current round was the 10th, final conflict card, then the game ends and any endgame intrigue cards are revealed and resolved. The player with the most points wins, with ties broken by various remaining resources. I think I've played this game solo more than with other people. That's not a commentary on the competitive aspects of Dune, as they are quite pronounced. It's just easier to schedule my own time than that of other players, in spite of my true desires to play all of the games with all of the people. While I'm not greatly immersed, enamored, or familiar with Herbert's books or the Dune series as a whole, it makes no sense, right? I look the type. I really enjoy these mechanics and how they integrate with the setting so well. Using your influence to take control of agents and resources from all over the Imperium, focusing your gaze on that one true purpose of power over all. I didn't even mention how the spies from the Bene Gesserit work, and they are awesome. With the right combo of cards, they can twist and bend the game in all manner of directions. Just don't bend it too far. I'm always game, and I do not move like I used to.
Like